Hello and welcome to another review in our series for the 2017 mod contest best map. And this map we are looking at is Eng Agri Farms, or Eng Agri Farms. This is a fictitious English style map made by a guy called EA Ben and Nathan6930. So let's jump right in and have a look. And we have actually discovered that this is the map that was causing our render device error message from earlier. Just so you know, this is something that's popping up whenever we're doing anything with this map. So that is the error. We have a bunch of, there's quite a few errors here actually. Obviously there's the render device error. Let's see if we can find out what exactly else error-wise is happening. There are too many of these, it's just scrolling by, so we can't even get to the beginning. So we're going to have to give that a miss, but I think there's other errors there as well. We're going to have to essentially make do without those because that's just scrolling by. So your logs are going to get big, unfortunately. So here we are on the map and we are logged in and we are kind of at the farmhouse, as it were. So let's take a look at the map. So unfortunately, again, this is another map where they've basically given us all the fields. That is unfortunate. I do like it when we actually have to buy maps. So buy the fields, it kind of means that you've got something to do. Standard fruit types on this map. We own all the fields, and there are some 42 of them. So there's quite a lot. But it is unfortunate that the mod has chosen to purchase all the fields, but that's fine. There's just 2 sale points as well on this map, so that's unfortunate too. Standard animals, no storage capacity on this map. So you got all these fields, and you have all these fields and 2 sale points and no storage. That's pretty bad. That is really bad because you've got 2 places to sell, and effectively there's only one that can take all your fruit types, and then you've got your biogas plant, which is just your grass. That's pretty bad. Okay, and so let's jump straight in. Have a look at our vehicles. So we have an 8340 New Holland, we have a Vario 700 Fendt, we have a Vario 900 Fendt, we have a Manitou MLT 840 telehandler. We have, are these for the telehandler? Yes. Yes, so we've got a series of attachments for the telehandler. We have a JCB 435S and a series of attachments for that. We have an axial flow 7130, which is I think the largest case, combined with a 35-foot header. We also have a New Holland FR850 forage harvester with a grass header, actually a chaff header, corn header, and a bunch of headers here. We've got some header trailers. We have a Carrier XL 825 Vodestad cultivator. We have an Amazon Crayon 200 plow. We have a Vedestad Tempo F8 seeder, which is for sunflowers, soybeans, corn, and sugar beet. We have a Hosh Pronto 9 DC direct seeder, my personal favourite seeder. We have a Brendal F2 WS 4000 fertilizer spreader. We have a Stiller 460 sprayer. We have a Joskin slurry spreader. We have a Joskin manure spreader. We have a OxygenDavid Cat 301 ED and X8 ED mower set. We have a Lotus 1250 Profi tedder. We have a Kuhn GA 9531 windrower. We have an Ursus T1 127 bale collector for round bales. We have an Ursus Z586 bale wrapper. And we have a New Holland Roll Belt 150 round baler. We have an Arcusin FX 63.72 bale collector for square bales. We have a big baler 1290 from New Holland. We have a pickup truck. We have a Joskin Aquachans and a Joskin Betamax animal trailer. We have a Primor Kern Primor 15070 straw thingy, which basically takes straw bales and makes them into straw to spread. And then we have a Silo King Childline Duo 1814 TMR mixer. We have a FST 990 tanker for fuel, and we have a power washer. So we have a ton of equipment, a lot of equipment. There's a lot of equipment on this map. Okay, to be honest, I don't really want to do a course play on all the fields, because basically we have all the fields, and it doesn't matter about choice here. We are on the farm. Well, we're not on the farm actually. We are in the actual little town, a little village. We're not actually on the farm. There's some nice houses here, nice little, one-up houses, and a nice little pub, but there's no sale points. Okay, so let's try and move around the farm. It's going to be difficult because we've got no teleport spots, as it were. So here is a farmyard, and we've got a header over there. We've got a very big storage shed. We've got, that's the fuel tank over there. We've got a baler, and we've got a tractor and a combine. In here we have same sort of storage here, and it's a kind of a biggish open spot. This is going to be some kind of maybe fertilizer, water, something like that. But this is a kind of empty plot. There's a bit of space here, and there's a little pathway between the fields. So that's there. Let's go over here. So that's Thorn. I'm trying to actually read that, I think. So that's Thornbury Farm. We have there. Let's head over here. Hopefully we can get in something that's actually a vehicle. Okay, we have here our slurry pits. This is where our cows are at. They're not marked on the map. So this is a cow shed, and there we have that. We've got a silage fork there. I'm looking for a silage bunker somewhere. We've got a silage fork, we've got no silage clamp. We've got our, this is our cow pasture. Guessing that's where our manure goes. What I'm really looking for is a silage clamp. Because we have all these cows and no silage clamp. We've got a pretty big ass ditch down there. That is a big ditch. And we're going to lot here, and I guess we can probably put some placeables on here. But I don't see a silage clamp at all on there. It's a very narrow road. The gate seems a little high. I'm trying to just see if there's any indication of nice wall. But it's, yeah, it's okay. Right, we've got to run around this map, so I'm hoping not to be too long. What I'm going to do is run and run. There is a Greenway Farm sheep, and that the other one was Greenway Farm cows. Hopefully we can run this. So this is our sheep enclosure. So this is missing some key things like placeholders for us to jump to and so on, but our sheep are here. And there is a little sign here. What does that say? Greenway Farm. Okay, so that's this here. There doesn't appear. It just kind of froze there for a second. I'm trying to figure out because I'm wondering if he's actually put a border on the field map. So there's no hard border on the map here. There's a soft border in the form of these trees. So actually, this grass, all this grass, might actually grow. Potentially, you might be able to harvest it. It might. Anyway, so that's field 17. There's a little placeable lot here. There is something here, so we're gonna jump over. I actually can't jump over. There's not Manor Farm. Okay, I'm gonna go here because so this is a sale point for Denton Bakery. It's not labelled as such. It's a sell point for equipment, wood. It literally is everything. It is actually the place you buy your equipment as well. So he's kind of dropped everything in one spot. We do have a bunch of equipment over there. We'll check that out in a minute. But I wanted to check out this because we are fairly close to it, and there's a vehicle, there's a trailer parked there, but there's no way to actually just jump to it, so I'm going to run. Anton Farm, and that is pretty much it. It's a little trailer. It's storage basically, and that is all. So let's head up here, we should have something we can jump into up here. Let's get out of that. So this is storage shed. It's got all of our equipment, well, a lot of equipment in there. Some of it's listed around the yard. We have a very bumpy entrance to the yard there. Not particularly well done, as it were. We have a silage clamp. Yay! So the silage clamp is miles away from the cows. It's an empty yard. There's no farmhouse up here. There is a customization shop, but it is literally storage for the vehicles. Kind of want. I'm going to grab this actually because piggery is over here. So the pigsties are over here. So there's not much on this map in terms of functionality. It's very light. We've got our pigsty. Fairly straightforward. Food, water and so on. A little bit of storage. Strangely enough, there's a silage clamp here where there isn't one with the cows. Slurry, manure. That's kind of strange. We have, I say, every field. And you know, all of the crops are on them already. Effectively, and I will just double check this, but almost all of over half the fields are actually ready to harvest. Now, there is one thing here. One of these crops is for something we don't have a machine for. I.e. this 34 has, what does it have? It has sugar beet on it. That's been placed on it, but there's been no sugar beet harvester provided. So you've got to buy that. So we wouldn't actually be able to do anything with this field until you've got enough money to actually buy the equipment to deal with it. So that's kind of poor. As I say, we own all the fields. Some of these fields are in an advanced state of harvest. So these 13, for instance, they're showing up as parts of those fields are actually on the lowest, on the highest level of readiness, and these on the next level. So you know, it's going to be a huge job to sort of harvest all these fields. So when setting this field up, this map up, I would actually recommend what you would do is open up the map, change the default vehicles setup and the default map setup, so that basically you have either additional vehicles or sell some of the fields. Essentially, return the fields back to essentially public ownership, as it were, and then you just go out and buy them when you need them. There's a lot of fields here, various sizes. There's a lot of grassland, there is a lot of cropland, but very little else. There is a little bit of woodland, but it's not forestry woodland. It is just these kind of deciduous trees. Take a look from the air at the map. We've got our pigsty. Field sizes are varied. There's it's small grass verges. You're going to need to be smart when you come to actually deal with these fields, turning around, using causeway, that kind of stuff. Basically, making sure that you can deal with the shapes and sizes of the fields. That's what you're going to need to do with this map. It is a very pretty map, but there's nothing really on this map. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to be giving this one 3 stars. It does need some work to make it, I think, ready. There's definitely a need for more sale points. You need to lose all the fields. You need to have just 1 or 2 fields, a little bit more space, lose some fields. You don't need 40 odd fields on this map. You essentially should really have maybe half the fields. Put in some little town, maybe get some not production but some sell points in, that you can go out and sell the stuff you're gonna grow. Because as it stands on this map, you really just are selling to one thing. There's no variation, there's no challenge. because you're always going to get the only price, i.e. the best price, and you're just going to make that money. So there's no kind of, you know, choosing the best product that's going to have the best price at the given point in time. It is fairly straightforward and essentially quite, to a certain extent, boring. But with that, it's a very good effort. There's some nice, you know, this big ditch down the middle of the map is interesting. There's a little bit of space for placeables. There's a weirdness with the lack of silage clump near the cows. It's miles away and so on. It's kind of oddly laid out, but it's okay. So unfortunately this is going to get us 3 stars. We're just going to kind of end with a look that way. But yes, this is unfortunately going to get 3 stars. It isn't, I say, it isn't the most featured map of the ones submitted. If you found this review useful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of the reviews for the mod contest best map, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be getting through as many as I can, as quickly as I can, and getting them up there. I will be trickling them out over a couple of days, but I'm going to do a few initially and then slow the pace down. So with that, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more. Like the video if you like, if this was useful to you. And with that, thank you all and goodbye.